What are you getting into tonight? Me? I'm minding my business. But I do have a question. Why is it that you can go all day without thinking about someone, and then after the sun goes down, everything is settled, nighttime hits, and suddenly you're like, I wonder what they're doing? You were doing just fine earlier. So now I have another question. Do you actually miss them, or is it just nighttime? There's just something about nighttime that hits different. During the day, life's happening, you're working, making moves, handling your business, people needing things from you, calling you. But then everything gets quiet and your mind starts to wander. You start thinking about things that weren't even on your radar about 6 hours ago, probably not even 2 hours ago. And then a certain someone crosses your mind. Someone you haven't talked to in a while. Somebody you said you were done with. Maybe even someone you know for a fact you shouldn't even be thinking about. We all have those. And now you're remembering the conversations, the laughs, the good times, maybe even some of the really good times. And that's when your mind starts playing tricks on you, because you're now remembering everything you liked about them and somehow rethinking everything that had you saying, I'm done with this fool. It's funny how that works. Late night gives you all the highlights, okay? And conveniently misplaces the evidence and the receipts. But here's the real question. What exactly are we missing for real? Because missing them and missing what you have with them aren't necessarily the same thing. Because sometimes you don't actually miss the person. You just miss having somebody to talk to. You miss the random text throughout the day, having somebody asking if you made it to your destination safely. You miss having someone laying next to you at night. And let's keep it a buck. Sometimes you miss the physical part too. Let's call a spade a spade. The physical part is a thing. That thing, if you ask me. Or maybe you just miss the way they made you laugh, the inside jokes. Having somebody who knows your stories, your moods, your ways. You don't have to explain everything because they already knew. And sometimes I think we even miss who we were when things were good. So now you've got to ask yourself, do I miss the person, or do I miss the comfort, the attention, the companionship, or even the routine? Because again, those aren't always the same thing. And just because you miss something about somebody doesn't automatically mean that you need that whole situation back. But wait a second, there's more. What if you sit with all that and you realize, nah, I actually do miss them. Not just having somebody around, not just the text, not just that dying, okay? Them. I miss their personality, their presence, the way we connect. Because let's be real, every relationship that ends wasn't necessarily terrible. Sometimes two people really do love each other. Sometimes life gets complicated. Sometimes the timing is wrong. Sometimes both people had some growing up to do. And sometimes, if we were being completely honest, we might have played a part in why it didn't work out. I know that part. No one likes to talk about that. But if we're going to talk about receipts, we got to look at all the receipts. So maybe the question isn't just, do I miss them? Maybe it's, if I let this person back into my life, what's actually different this time? Did they change? Did I change? Did the situation in general change? Or are we about to put two slightly older people back into the same exact mess? Like, listen, older does not automatically mean you're wiser. Sometimes we're just older, doing the same foolishness with a house and better credit. So, yeah, no. So that's why I think before you reopen that door, you got to be honest with about what you're actually expecting on the other side. Are you looking for closure, a conversation, a second chance, a little late night creep? Or are you about to send a text at 11:47 tonight and figure out the rest tomorrow? Because all of those are very different plans. Okay, speaking of that text, let's talk about the text that's been sitting in your drafts. You know exactly which text I'm talking about. You typed it, deleted it, typed something else, deleted that. Then you tried to make it casual, like, hey, stranger, hey, big head. Delete. Then you're like, oh, you crossed my mind today. Nah, delete. Then you really start reaching. Like, hey, random question. But the truth of the matter is, what random question? There is no question. There's an agenda. And you know what? Maybe you do send the text. I'm not here to tell you not to. This is 420 After Dark, not court. We're not judging. I'm just saying, before you hit send, at least tell yourself the truth about why you're doing it. So look, if somebody's on your mind tonight, I'm not going to tell you to text them. And I'm not going to tell you not to text them either. That's your business. But before you do anything, just be honest with yourself. Like, what am I actually missing? Do I miss the person? Do I miss how things used to feel? Am I lonely? Curious? Or do I genuinely feel like there's something there that's worth another conversation? Because sometimes the answer really is, I miss them. And sometimes the answer is, nah. It's 11:47. I'm in my feelings and I need to go to bed. Period. Like, leave that fool alone. But both things can be true at the same time. You just need to know which one you're dealing with tonight. So, what are you getting into tonight? And since we're keeping it a buck, is there someone on your mind right now that probably has no business being there? I wonder. You don't have to give us names. We don't need all that information. Just drop a line in the comments if you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I'll catch you next time on 420 After Dark. Remember, this is After Dark, not court.